Bonjour à tout le monde ou bonsoir. Je vous fais une petite présentation de notre plateforme de e-learning. Donc, quand vous allez vous inscrire, en fait, vous aurez accès à notre plateforme de e-learning que vous voyez là. Vous pouvez télécharger l'application mobile ou bien l'application bureau même. Voilà, on va vous créer un compte sur la plateforme. Vous aurez un nom d'utilisateur et un mot de passe, bien sûr, et vous pourrez vous connecter pour faire les activités. Voilà, quand vous allez vous connecter à votre compte, là c'est le cours d'anglais professionnel. Comme vous pouvez le constater, voici les différentes thématiques euh, liées au milieu du travail. La communication, comme vous savez, c'est très important en milieu du travail. Là, c'est des objectifs. Voilà. Travail en équipe, l'esprit critique, le leadership, la gestion de soi, le personnel, si vous voulez, le bien-être, la responsabilité sociale, le branding et la recherche d'emploi. Même si vous travaillez souvent, vous avez besoin de promotion, bien de chercher d'autres opportunités. Voilà, ce sont des thématiques qui sont vraiment liées au milieu du travail. Donc, je vais en fait expandre ça, vous allez voir. Ouais, et si vous avez les contenus, les différents contenus en fait, liés à chaque, voilà, ce sont les différents contenus. On va choisir la partie communication et vous allez voir ce qui est dans cette partie. Ainsi, vous êtes dans la plateforme, voilà, il y a différentes étapes en fait, différentes activités. Vous voyez, ça c'est la table des matières. Il y a différentes activités au niveau de la plateforme. Il y a des vidéos, il y a des audios, il y a des quiz. Voilà, là je vais jouer cette vidéo, vous allez voir.
How to communicate successfully. What you'll learn.
Là, c'est une vidéo qui explique en fait les objectifs de cette vidéo, en fait, de cette leçon. Et vous pouvez même activer les sous-titres.
Communication is the practice of sending out and receiving news and
Et vous pouvez montrer tous les textes, voilà, tous les textes, le script, tout ce qu'il dit. Et voilà. Et là, après la vidéo, en fait, après avoir regardé la vidéo, vous aurez en fait une question, voilà, sur laquelle vous allez échanger avec votre formateur. La plateforme aussi, la plateforme a des audios en fait que vous écoutez. Hein. Voici un audio. Il y a beaucoup de listening sur la plateforme pour vous permettre en fait d'améliorer votre prononciation et votre capacité, vos compétences d'écoute.
My boss decided to have a quick meeting about changes at work. She asked me to tell my coworkers to come to the meeting room at.
Et voilà, si je finis avec ça, je passe au suivant. Et voilà, là c'est des scénarios en fait de communication entre un supérieur hiérarchique et un membre de son équipe. Voilà, on va échanger sur des scénarios de communication. Et je continue au suivant. Voilà. C'est un exercice où vous pouvez saisir en fait la plateforme dessus, puis sauvegarder, et voilà. Je passe au suivant. Et là, c'est un exercice d'expression orale encore. On échange beaucoup en fait sur la plateforme. Et ici, voilà, ça c'est des statistiques sur la communication et chacun va essayer de donner son point de vue sur ça. Et ici, c'est du listening encore.
I should think about my audience more carefully. I prefer.
Et voilà, et à la fin, vous allez dire, voilà, est-ce qu'il y a des choses que vous ne comprenez pas? Est-ce que vous êtes sûr que vous avez amélioré vos capacités de communication en anglais? C'est à vous, en fait, c'est une sorte d'auto-évaluation. Voilà. Et ça, c'est un modèle sur le leadership, comme vous pouvez le voir.
Leadership skills.
what you'll learn. Let's think of some leaders. They can be CEOs, politicians, or leaders of social movements. These are the ones that come to mind first.
Voilà. Sur la base de la vidéo, on va échanger, voilà, sur ce qu'est le leadership. Et voilà, et on passe à l'étape suivante, comme vous pouvez le constater là. Et il y a des audios et
Best
autres.
leader I ever met was a woman.
Voilà. Et même là, c'est le e-book en fait. Vous pouvez passer en fait au online course où vous faites beaucoup plus les exercices.
Leadership. Meet the coach.
Voilà. Il y a beaucoup d'exercices sur le online course. Voilà. Vous avez des quiz. Vous pouvez faire le quiz voilà, sur la base de la vidéo. Passer à l'exercice suivant. Ici aussi, c'est un quiz. Au suivant. Et là, en fait, c'est un exercice de prononciation. C'est-à-dire, vous écoutez le modèle
Outgoing.
et vous prononcez en fait en imitant autant que possible la prononciation parfaite.
Outgoing.
Je vais faire un exemple. Outgoing, outgoing. Et ensuite, j'écoute mon examen, mon enregistrement en fait, pour voir si c'est bon. Si c'est pas bon, je reprends. Outgoing, outgoing. Je peux reprendre. Outgoing. Outgoing. Et je peux réécouter.
Outgoing.
Donc, c'est un exercice, en fait, qui vous permet, en fait, d'améliorer considérablement votre prononciation, des mots en anglais. Et voilà, vous pouvez ajouter ici, en fait, s'il y a un mot, en fait, que vous trouvez intéressant et qui pose assez de difficultés, vous pouvez ajouter ça à votre dictionnaire en cliquant tout simplement ici. Vous voyez, ça veut dire que c'est ajouté à mon dictionnaire, en fait. Et ce dictionnaire se trouve carrément à la fin. Voilà. Et vous avez les définitions, en fait, des mots. Arrivé à la fin, je vais vous montrer où trouver ça. On passe au suivant. Et là, en fait, c'est un exercice de vocabulaire. Voilà. Et de choisir les mots qui sied. Et voilà. Et si j'ai fini de faire, je peux, voilà, vérifier ce que j'ai trouvé. Voilà. Si je n'ai pas trouvé, je peux faire en fait l'exercice. Voilà. Voilà. Et je suis en train de juste faire, voilà, le vert, ça veut dire que j'ai trouvé. Et voilà, je peux même voir certaines réponses. Voilà. C'est la réponse. Et maintenant, je peux passer au suivant. Et voilà, là c'est un exercice de prononciation. Comme je l'ai dit, on peut activer en fait ici en fait les sous-titres. On peut regarder tout ce qu'il a dit et ici aussi on peut activer les sous-titres.
The letter O. Listen to the different vowels.
Donc là, ce sont des règles de prononciation en anglais que vous devez connaître pour pouvoir mieux prononcer les mots, pour pouvoir choisir en anglais si vous voulez. Voilà. Et il y a d'autres leçons, il y a des leçons de grammaire et autres. Passe à l'étape suivante. Et là, c'est une leçon sur le leadership.
Leadership skills. Today, we are going to look at leadership skills. In this module, we'll answer 3 questions. Number 1, what does it mean to be a good leader? Number 2, Who needs to have leadership skills? Number 3, how can you improve your leadership skills? Some people think that a good leader has to be very outgoing.
Oui, là, c'est une leçon sur le leadership. Et après, on va faire un quiz. Voilà. Quel est l'idée principale de la vidéo? Voilà. Vous apprenez non seulement l'anglais, mais aussi en fait des concepts qui sont liés au milieu de l'emploi et du monde de façon générale. Voilà, c'est la même vidéo. Un certain nombre de questions pour les échanges oraux. Voilà, sur des thèmes très intéressants. Leadership. Là, c'est des scénarios, comme je l'ai dit. On écoute et puis on lit et on répond par vrai ou faux. Là, c'est le deuxième scénario, troisième scénario. Voilà. Et là, c'est une leçon de grammaire, un exercice de grammaire sur la vidéo. Et ici, il faut lier, en fait. Ça permet de lier. Voilà, ça c'est un exercice de lier. Et vous pouvez vérifier si vous avez trouvé. Là, j'ai trouvé, on a une coupe. Voilà. On va passer au suivant. Voilà, là, c'est une histoire. Il faut écouter, lire et puis voilà, écrire votre propre histoire. La plateforme est formidable. Ça vous permet en fait d'écrire, voilà, de rédiger tout. Passe au suivant. La même chose ici, un autre scénario. Et voilà. Et ici, c'est une auto-évaluation carrément à la fin. Voilà. Merci bien pour votre temps. Et on vous attend pour apprendre non seulement l'anglais, mais aussi des concepts, des contenus, de la connaissance vont nous être utiles dans notre vie, en fait. Voilà, je vous disais tantôt, voici la liste de mots, en fait. Les mots. Si vous trouvez qu'un mot vous pose problème, ok, ou bien ce mot est intéressant, vous pouvez le mettre dans votre dictionnaire personnel, comme vous voyez ici. Voilà, merci. stream. 1 second. I think it's good this way. How that looks like online. So let me minimize. Yeah, to show. Yeah, I think it's good this way. Yeah. All right. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Mr. Abagua, can you hear me? Okay, great. My slave has responded, yes. All right, so 1 second, I'm going to check online to see if it is. Yeah. All right. On Facebook, yeah, it's good. On my profile, I think it's going. It's also perfect there. Something is not working correctly. Yeah, good. Admit. So I was saying that tonight we're going to talk about peace. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Yeah, can you all see my screen? Good, good. Yeah. Welcome, Mr. Widrago, Mr. Yankine. Yeah, Mr. Lompo, I know you were the first to join, but I'm going to use the name, the alphabetical order to give the floor to people. Sorry about that. Mr. Lompo, but you were the number one to join, the first to join. All right. Good. Okay. Yes, Mr. Lompo, please go ahead.
To introduce myself?
No, I said you were the first to join, but I'm going to use the alphabetical order to, give the floor to people, but you were the first to join.
No problem for me.
Okay, great. Thanks for your understanding. All right. Has anybody got any question before we get started? If anybody has a question, please let me know. I'm going to use my earphone so I can hear you well. Any question? It means there is no question. Then I'm going to start with Mr. Abdel Nasser. Mr. Abdel Nasser, can you tell us from which part of the country you have joined us online? Mr. Abdel Nasser, can you hear me?
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I don't speak very well English.
That we can understand.
Okay. I from to Ouagadougou. It's my first to join this.
Yeah, it's your first time to join. We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, this is
the topic, as you can see here, I hope it's big enough for everybody to, to see. Building peace and keeping peace. So it's not enough to build peace, but we need to keep it. So the first question is this, Nasser. Of conflict all over the world, particularly in Africa. Particularly in Africa. So, what are the root causes of conflict? I would say, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, the root causes, les causes profondes. You have the floor, Mr. Abdel Nasser.
What are the root cause of conflict all over the world, particularly in Africa? I think is how to say in English.
What is the word you're looking for? If you tell me the word, I can help you with the word.
C'est pas trop...
The word in French, le mot en français. Quel est le mot en français que vous cherchez?
Bon, déjà, il y a la pauvreté, si on peut dire ça aussi.
Yeah, so there is poverty. So let's go in English. I will just give you the word. No French. Try to keep it in French. Faut essayer de, in English. Faut essayer de garder ça en anglais. So poverty. Pauvreté, c'est poverty.
Okay. So I think it's poverty. And social difference.
Okay, social differences. Yeah, poverty, I understand. But social differences, can you explain why social differences can lead to conflict in Africa? Yeah, social differences.
Je parle ici peut-être des cas de revenus.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So you're talking about like the income difference. So, but can you explain a little bit? Will we expliquer un peu? Just a little bit, and we'll give the floor to someone, and you come back. Can you try to explain a little bit? Juste un peu. Mr.
So, déjà, je ne sais pas si on peut peut-être contextualiser le conflit.
In English, please, Mr. Abdel Nasser. In English. So make one tips for you to speak. Une astuce pour vous de bien parler anglais, c'est de simplifier votre français pour que votre traduction mentale soit facile. Parce que je sais que vous traduisez dans la tête. Vous réfléchissez en français et vous traduisez en anglais. Alors que si votre français, là, c'est Iron Bibi, alors que votre anglais, c'est Grand P, ça va être compliqué. All right. So make your French simple so that your translation, your mental translation can be easier. So you have social differences. You have also poverty. So
I want to know conflicts.
Yeah.
For me, I can have different conflicts.
So there are different types of conflicts. Plusieurs types de conflits, different types of conflict.
Yes.
What are the types? Quels sont ces types-là de catégories de conflict? What are the categories of conflict?
Social conflict.
Social conflict. What else?
War conflict.
War or water?
Generally war conflict.
War. Military conflicts.
Oh yes.
Military conflict, right? There are military conflict also. And what kind of conflict again? Military conflict, social conflict.
And
Uh-huh. Yes. Social conflict,
religious conflict.
religious conflict. So can you give one example of this conflict all over Africa? Like the social conflict. In which country do we have social conflict going on currently? Or maybe in the past, in the last 5 or 10 years? Do you have examples of an example of a social conflict in Africa?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Can you give the example?
For example,
Uh-huh.
we can have conflict before agriculture and éleveur and Anglais.
The farmers and yeah, the conflict between farmers and how do you call them, like breeders or shepherds?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you're right. You're a shepherd. Yeah, you can say breeders. Yeah, breeders and farmers.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So we have this kind of conflict as well. Yeah, that is a type of conflict. Let me write it here. I'm gonna write it somewhere. Let me say Oliver, breeders, agriculture, it's farmers. Any other example of a religious conflict? Do you have an example of religious conflict
Uh,
in Africa?
yes.
Yes.
I can, but it's not generally. We can't. Muslim and
And Christians?
yes, and a Christian.
Where in which country do you have that? Do you have a country in mind?
I don't understand.
The country, in which country? The country. When I say country, le pays. Do you have a country in mind? A country where there's a conflict between Muslims and Christians.
Israel.
Yeah, Israel. Yeah, Israel and Israel and Palestine. Yeah, Israel and Palestine. All right. Okay, Mr. Abdel Nasser, we'll let you rest. On va vous laisser vous reposer and come back stronger et revenir en force. Huh?
Merci.
All right, thank you. Good try. Merci d'avoir essayé. So that's how you do to speak English. C'est comme ça qu'on fait pour parler anglais, en plaçant quelques mots. Huh? But don't forget this tip. N'oubliez pas cette astuce. Votre français est Iron Baby et votre anglais c'est Grand P. Donc, Grand P ne peut pas soulever Iron Baby. So, think in a simple French so that you can translate easily into English, like mental translation into English before letting it out through your mouth. All right. Okay, good. All right. Mrs. Aminata Barrow, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Welcome, Mrs. Aminata Barrow.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Everyone.
Good evening. How are you?
Evening. I'm fine, and you?
Yes, I am doing well. Thanks for joining.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
You're welcome.
All right. So this is the topic, as you can see, building peace and keeping peace.
Okay.
And here you have the first question. So, what are the root causes of conflict all over the world, particularly in Africa? Yeah, les causes profondes des conflits, according to you, as an expert in conflict management. So, what are the root causes of conflict in Africa? Do you understand the question?
No.
The root causes of
No.
les causes des conflits, les causes profondes des conflits.
What conflicts?
Conflict in the world, conflict in Burkina Faso, Niger, or where again? Maybe part of Nigeria, Pakistan, Ukraine. You see, maybe in Congo, there's a rebel group there. So,
I see now.
yeah, you see.
But can you
Mm-hmm.
can you let me a few times to
Okay.
to
Okay, no problem. No problem. Yeah, you can take some time to think and come back stronger. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going now to give the floor to Mr. Abagua, my colleague, who is always tuned in. Mr. Abagua, you have the floor.
All right. Thank you so much for the floor, Jevin.
You are welcome.
Yeah, so before I come to your topic, I would like to talk about, I think it's probably so someone, he was talking about the world war. He was meaning the word world, the world war.
The world war, Guerre mondiale.
Yeah, so sometimes they should pay attention to the pronunciation. When it's mispronounced, the person cannot get it easily.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So you have the world war, and you have water, war. Yeah, they're kind of war. You know, there's a lot of W-O in it.
Yeah.
Thank you for making that clear, Mr.
Yeah, so at this point, I will also invite them to use, the mobile app, the dictionary, where you can listen to the pronunciation. It will be really useful because that's what I did to learn my English. So I think by using it, it will help them also to improve themselves.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, it's gonna help. It's gonna help. For example, you reminded me, Mr. Abagua. Good job. The word you have lingue. You can use lingue that I use most of the time, as you can see here.
Okay.
And when you type in a word like world, you can. I mean, you can listen to the pronunciation of the words, and you see.
Okay. Yeah, that's fantastic.
World.
You see, this is the pronunciation.
World.
You have the American pronunciation.
World.
And then the British pronunciation. If you take
World.
water, or maybe the word development, instead of pronouncing like a Mwaga, development, you say development. Yeah, the
Development.
The Mosi, they will say
Development.
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 Yeah, development. You see. All right. Thanks for pointing that out, Mr. Abagua. Let's continue.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, so about the topic, I will just focus on political war, political conflict. I mean.
All right.
Yeah, political conflict in Africa. Mainly the current situation in West Africa, where we have the ECOWAS, the CEDEAO, having misunderstandings with Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso in terms of political situations. So I would say that this conflicts due to bad governance.
Yeah.
They're linked to bad governance,
Mm-hmm.
corruption, lack of job for the youth.
Mm-hmm.
And when things are like that in a country,
All right.
it calls for what they call is a coup d'etat.
A coup d'etat.
Because when there's bad governance, people are frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And when they are frustrated, they have to react.
Yeah.
So that can, there are many causes, and also the different political parties.
Mm-hmm.
It also divides the youth.
Mm-hmm.
You may see young men from the CDP, for instance, with others from MPP. They are not united. Some even go up to fighting each other. While we should be united in this Burkina Faso, but due to political sides, we are divided.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So that can bring conflict in a country.
Yeah. So that's true. We might not have the same political, opinion, but that doesn't mean we're enemies.
Yes.
It doesn't mean we're enemies. Yeah, I don't think we're enemies. So, but what do you call bad governance or poor governance? What do you call? And what is the connection with conflicts?
Well, here I would really like to point the fact that bad governance is when we take the Burkina Faso during the democratic elected ruling. The government was saying that it is because there are many people hired by the government that we don't have much money to rule the country. So they reduced the number of jobs available for the youth during the national competitions. When the youth has not access to jobs and in poverty, bad governance, and contrary to what this current leader is doing, they are they're recruiting many people, and we can see even those are the volunteers. 50,000. That's enough. So that's what I call bad governance. When these financial resources are not well distributed among the population. Also corruption. For instance, when there was a political meeting, they would give 2,000 to the youth to corrupt them to go to attend the meeting.
Yeah, they will give you just 1,000 or 2,000 to attend the meeting and to jeopardize the entire future of the country.
Yeah, and what's really unfortunate is that even students, those who are called to be the leaders, the future intellectual of the countries, are corrupted. They are already teaching them at the early age corruption. Well, when it's like that, it will bring conflict tomorrow, because tomorrow, if you do not corrupt them, you will not have them to be behaving well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so these are things that I call bad governance. And also the fact that you couldn't have access to some positions in the government, or because if you are poor, they call it bralon. If you do not have a bralon, you can get access to some positions in the country.
Yeah. So that basically what you're saying, the conflict stems from corruption. And this corruption will create some frustrations because you don't see where the wealth of the country is going. You cannot get any job, and you're frustrated, and you might end up taking guns or weapons or to fight against some group of people. Yeah, you're right. Of course, injustice, poverty, corruption can lead to conflict. Definitely. That's one of the root causes. All right. Thank you, Mr. Abagua. Stay tuned in. For sure, we'll come back to you when it's come to the solutions. All right. If we talk about the causes, we'll need to provide solution for our leaders to implement them to secure the country, bring peace to the country. All right. Okay. All right. So, Mr. I will get to you. I'll get to you. No, don't worry. Everybody will speak. Don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry. Everybody will get the floor. I will make sure that everybody says a few words before leaving this meeting, even if we'll have to go beyond the time, because I'm happy to see that people are eager to talk about topics that are really relevant to our country, to our context, to the world. We are learning English, but at the same time discussing relevant and important topics. All right, so Mr. Yankine, can you hear me, Mr. Yankine? Hello, Mr. Yankine, can you hear me? Can you unmute? All right, good.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Yankine.
Hello, Mr. Belem. Hello, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. What
All
about
right.
you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Happy to see you connected.
I had.
Yes.
Yes, it's my pleasure to be here.
So, Mr. Yankine, I am curious.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I had issues with the connection, and I didn't. I couldn't listen to the points of those who spoke before me. So I may repeat the same. It's not a problem, I think.
No, it's not. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. So, Mr. Yankine, I am curious. I would like to ask you a question.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So I said I'm curious and I would like to ask you a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
You know, Burkina Faso is very diverse, like many other African countries. The Yankine, what is the ethnic group?
The Yankine, the ethnic group is Bisa.
Bisa, okay.
Yes, we are Bisa.
I didn't know that.
And we come from Garango. Garango is not far from Tenkodogo.
It's not far from Tenkodogo. All right. Good. Good. Yeah, happy to hear that. So, groundnut eater, mangeur de d'arachide. Everybody likes groundnut. I know some groomers.
Everybody
like Mr. Lopo. He loves groundnut. He can confirm it, Mr. Lopo here, who is my slave. The Gumache are my slaves. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yes, please go ahead, Mr.
Hello.
Looks like his microphone is not working.
Oh.
Can you hear me, Mr. Yankine?
Hello.
Hello. Mr. Abagua, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
And also, I would like to let you know that I have to leave. Maybe I may come back or I may not.
No problem.
So I wish you a wonderful session.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. Yeah. All right, Mr. Yankine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, but I have issues with my connection. It cuts from time to time.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Try to speak. Just speak. We'll do like that. Go ahead and give your
try. Okay. Relevant because we can see many conflicts in the country, in the sub-Saharan African region, and the causes of those conflicts, I think, that are common to the African region. For me, the first cause is a question of governance. You know, when you have a country, there are many cities in the country, And when the country resources is not well shared among all the cities, and all the social infrastructure are only found in the main cities, and the other cities there are no social infrastructure of frustration for the people who live there. So when you see our different countries, some countries, let's say that the government invests in some countries, and other countries are, let's say, are let it.
Yeah. Yes.
I think that's the first cause of conflict. The country wealth, and everybody pays the taxes, and it's the taxes that are used to make social infrastructure. And it's not normal that people who contribute to the taxes don't receive back investment in their localities. If you live in a country and there are no hospitals, there are no good schools, and you have to make some kilometers in order to have first a primary social infrastructure, that's a problem. That's a very problem that can cause frustration. And secondly, I think that in our countries in Africa, there are majoritaire. I don't know how to say it.
Like, what do you mean by what majoritaire?
Ethnie majoritaire.
Like the dominant ethnic group. You can say?
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
There are dominant ethnic groups and non-dominant ethnic groups. And most of the time, the dominant ethnic groups leads. It's them who are in the power, and it's them who are in the first place of everything. And non-dominant ethnic groups can be a source of frustration also. That the power should be managed.
Decentralized. The power should be decentralized among everybody, all the ethnic group to get some balance, right?
It's only the dominant group who takes decision, and there are no politics in order to allow non-dominant group to make heard their voice. This can be a problem because they may not feel a part of the country.
Yeah, they may not feel belonging to
my second point. And the third point is the influence of the imperialism.
Okay.
You know that our African countries are very rich. Our subsoil is full of many minerals. Unfortunately, we do not have the resources to exploit it.
Unfortunately.
And
yes, please go ahead. Please continue.
Hello.
Yeah, please continue. Go ahead.
Hello.
All right.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, hello. Please continue. Carry on. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I say that in order to I don't know how to say PA.
To loot.
To loot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in countries, the imperialism country, they create conflicts in our African country in order to take our resources. But and unfortunately, some of our brothers collaborate with them in order to satisfy their personal needs. So I think that these are the main root causes of conflict in our region. The fact that the resources is not well allocated among the different cities, and the fact that there are dominant ethnic groups that does not consider the interests of the non-dominant groups, and the influence of imperialism to cause conflicts in order to loot the country's wealth.
All right. Oh,
that's my point of view.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Yankine. Yeah, thank you. All right. So, okay, good. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the floor to Mr. Lompo. Yeah, Mr. Lompo.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, please
Thank
go
you
ahead.
very much.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much for the topic. I think that this is a topic based on some recent information of events that we are living now.
Exactly.
For me, I just want to highlight two root causes of conflicts in the world, or particularly in Africa. Talking about conflict in the world, I think that it is the love of power that is conflict. People like to run other people. Some countries want to control the country, and that is they want to control everything. You are in your country, and the decisions are made by other countries, and this kind of thing brings a conflict in the world. Particularly in Africa, I can say also it's because the lack of resources. The resources is not enough for everyone. Conflict will stand, and then people will start now. Everyone trying to have his own share, and then as the resources is not enough for everybody, fight for the resources, the natural resources or something like this, maybe water, land, or other resources. Thank you very much. That is what I just want to highlight.
Okay. Yeah. So that you cannot live like that, Mr. Lompo. I know you work a lot in the peace sector. So when you talk about the love of power, can you explain? Can you elaborate on that? Can you give some examples pertaining to the African context?
Okay, there are many examples. Let me take Guinea. It was Alpha Condé who was there.
Guinea, Conakry, Alpha Condé.
Because of the love of power, he decided now to change the constitution in order for him to stay.
Yeah.
Even success achieving it, but the problem is, and we can say that it is made by the grace of God. Otherwise, the conflict will become beyond that. What we saw last time. That is one example that I can highlight. Let me see again.
Yeah.
Why not our country? But that was in the past. Blaise Compaoré.
Yeah, Blaise Compaoré, who lasted.
Yeah.
spent like many years on power.
Yeah, and even Ivory Coast, they missed the conflict just a little bit, and we got many deaths there because of that.
Yeah,
they changed the constitution, and you win the election. You won the election. Who was not happy? There are many strikes. They go out on the street. There are many people dead. But after that, everything was normal. But
yeah,
it's the beginning of the conflict.
Yeah, the love of power. Wow. Yes, please go ahead, Mr. Lompo. Yeah.
It's all.
All right. The love of power. So when they're running for election, they will promise and even swear that they will just spend one term. And at some point, they will be like, power is too delicious to be left like that. Yeah, to stop like that.
Maybe the third thing that I would like to say is also the lack of accountability. You go to your belongings, people, you say that when I need you to vote for me, when I will be on the top, I'm going to do that. And after that, this report, we don't know what are you doing there. What are you people take like decisions as nothing. I think also it brings so many conflict, frustration, as my friend was saying before.
Yeah, a lot of frustrations because the guy is just on power, and a group of people are chopping. You know, they're chopping among themselves, and the others are just watching. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Lompo, for your input. Very relevant and interesting. All right. So let me go ahead and give the floor to Mr. Benao. Mr. Benao. Yeah, Mr. Benao, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Thank you for giving me the floor. This is my first time to take.
You're welcome. We're happy to see you online. This is the way. Yeah, feel free.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
The topic is very important and interesting. Then, what are the root causes of conflicts all over the world, particularly in Africa? Okay, according to me, I can say that one of the most important cause of conflict in our society. I will limit myself to our society. Burkina Faso, Niger, Africans. One of the most important causes is selfishness. Exactly.
Okay.
Selfishness.
Okay. Egoism, I think. Yeah.
Exactly.
Egoism.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Selfishness.
Yeah.
I've used this word because I've made an investigation based on my own experience.
Okay.
That people in Africa are selfish.
Selfish.
They are selfish. In every part of in every aspect of our daily lives, if we can do the constant, we can see that people are always thinking about themselves. Even our politicians, they are all thinking about themselves. They are not thinking about the common interest. So this can lead mostly to conflict. Mostly to conflict because to build a country, to make a country strong, you have to start by thinking about the common interest.
Common interest, not your personal interest. Yeah.
Not your personal interest. I mean, particularly our politicians. If people were able to delegate you as president or as minister, you have first to build a plan based on people, all the people interest. You have to build a plan based on it. So this one can also be very important to avoid conflict. Yeah.
So can you give an example, Mr. Binao? Yeah, right. I do agree with you. We are selfish. That's why some people are chopping. They don't want others to chop. Yeah.
I was coming on it. So I was about to give some examples. Let's take an example. In Burkina Faso, for example, to get a job is very difficult at times. Why? Because it's not because you are not qualified to work. It's not because you are not able to do the work. But the work is, I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Is a restraint. Is a restraint because
restricted. It is restricted.
Exactly. As it's restricted because if I'm taking like a company, a human resources guy who is the one in charge of the recruitment, he will first think about his own family first. This is my opinion. Yeah,
I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah, you first think about them, and then he will just give a priority to those who he knows in the daily lives, his friends and everything. So this one can lead to conflict. Because take someone who fight day and night to get his degree. He really worked hard. He learned hard to reach at the top level. But at the end, he cannot get a good job. He cannot get access to a good job because why? Because to get a job is not about in our society. I'm talking about in our society. Is to get a good job is not about a good qualification. Is about knowing somebody. If you know someone who knows someone.
Somebody said getting a job does not depend on what you know, but who you know.
Who you know, exactly.
Yeah, and this is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yeah,
it's very unfortunate. Thank you. It's very unfortunate. So this is the job aspect. I will take another aspect. Let's talk about a government who is working under a budget.
Yeah,
a really
tight budget.
Tight budget. This budget is normally assigned to solve the society issues and to develop the country. So most of the time, if the government people are coming to the power, so they will first think about how to help their own family with this budget.
Unfortunately,
yeah, they will first think about it, and then they will think about helping people, helping their own family, helping their siblings and everything to get better first before to think about the society. So these people, I'm talking in a general way. I'm not talking about a country,
a specific country,
in a specific country, exactly. So this is a little bit about being selfish. Is being selfish because they will first think about themselves. They will really put themselves, all the means to make themselves better before to be able to think about the country, to think about building the country. This is Africa. This is really Africa. So I will just shift to our society. So nowadays, in our society, in our African society, each family is thinking about how to make themselves better first.
Better first.
Yeah, how to build themselves. So I mean, what I'm just making you know here is that we must first think solution, how to create solution to help the common people, to help everybody to reach. We must do our best to help the one who is falling. To help people really in the best way. So this is how we are developing a country. This is how we can avoid conflict. Because the people who does not have help, for example, they will give themselves to a lot of how do you call it?
What is the word in French? A lot of exploitation or
this
maybe insecurities or defect.
Defect,
Yeah, a lot of defect or wrongdoing. Yeah.
Exactly, wrongdoing. You see, this is how it's really brings a lot of problem in our society. So the second argument, I will go fast. The second argument that I just notice in our society is the injustice. Injustice can bring conflict in Africa, in our society. Injustice. And unfortunately, in our countries, we can see a lot of injustice. People are suffering because they are passing through. They went through a lot of injustice. So let's take in our court, the society where we are living. If you have an issue in court, for example, if you don't have enough money, I'm not sure you'll be able to come out from your situation. Even if you are right.
If you don't know someone also. If you don't know, but it's called justice. Its name is justice. Yet it's not just. It's not fair.
Exactly. That is it. So it means that if you have enough money and if you can be able to take a good lawyer, then you are right.
You're right.
They are not thinking about to really solve the issue correctly. So this is what is happening in our society nowadays. Injustice can lead to a lot of conflicts. Let's take an example. Someone who is right, someone who is 100% right is having an issue, and then this issue went to the court, for example, and then the person knows he's right, and even the lawyers, they knows very well the person is right. But because this person does not have enough means to take a good lawyer or to corrupt
someone,
exactly,
to
bribe
someone,
exactly, they will just blame him, even though he's right. They will blame him, and then they will think that this person will really be peaceful. He can never be peaceful.
It will not even like his country. It wouldn't have any love for his or her country. Injustice, actually, injustice leads to a lot of conflict.
Injustice can lead to a lot of conflict.
Mr. Benao, you have a lot to say, and we're running short of time. Thank you so much. I can see you're really passionate about this topic. It's so interesting.
The topic is very interesting.
Indeed, we are selfish. We are selfish, and it's
unfortunate.
In the past, I thought like when we have international companies and NGOs, because they're Westerners, like they're white people, I thought like the recruitment process will be transparent and fair. But actually, it's not the same. Because someone from our country, Etenga, as we say, Burkinabe, if she's the HR, he or she will just recruit the people they know.
Yeah.
I thought because it's an international company or NGO, the process will be fair. It's not fair. The process,
you see,
it's not fair. So, well, we need to do something about that. Yeah.
You need to really shift our mind first before to be able. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you too for your contribution. Yeah. So, Mr. Let's give the floor to Miss Duamba, the first or the second lady to fully talk. Yeah, Mr. Yankin, I will get back to you. Don't worry. You'll say something. Don't worry. So Miss Duamba from China, the Chinese international consultant, Burkinabe Chinese.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you over there in China?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm trying to be good. So you ran away. You disappeared from the country. Please come back so that we can fight together to protect the country.
Okay.
Are you gonna come back?
Yes, I'm coming.
Okay. All right. So you have the floor. All right. Yeah. So what are the root causes of conflict all over the world? Maybe from the gender perspective. In perspective, Jean. Maybe if you want, but it's up to you. So, yeah, we're listening to you, Miss Ruamba.
For me, one of the main causes is about the inequalities in our society.
Yeah, it's can you say that again, please?
Inequality.
Yeah, inequalities. Yeah, inequalities. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I noticed that in our country, for example, we have a gap between some people who can, those working in government and in some high position. So have the money they want to buy big houses, to buy big cars, to enjoy them, while the other population can't even have clean water to drink. So this can lead to a situation where those people feel like frustrated, and they'll start revolting, and they want like justice. They also want, because we are using the resources of the country. We are using natural resources from the country to enrich. I don't know if the same words.
Yeah. To get rich.
One of the main points, and also the justice or corruption, because us can work hard and trying to have a good job in others will not do anything, but since the cousin or the sister or the brother on one of the minister, they will have the job easily.
Yeah. All right. So he said it's inequalities. Yeah, inequalities can be one of the root causes of conflict. So, but let's try to go a little bit backward to talk about the causes of inequalities. What leads to inequality? Which lead again to conflict?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the causes of inequalities.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about the causes of inequalities.
Yeah.
But one of the causes is corruption.
Corruption again.
Because you can see that some people are using Burkina Faso resources just for
themselves.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They just want to be rich,
Mhm.
just to and for their families
Uh-huh.
and for the ones. And since they don't have like relatives or people they know in governments or in high position jobs, they don't have the power to say or to do anything. They are just serving. They can't do anything because most of the time these people don't even have access to education. So I think they don't have like anything to do. They are just observing. So the only thing they can do is to revolt.
Yeah. The only thing they can do is to revolt. So the cause of, inequalities is corruption, injustice that can lead to conflict. All right.
Yeah.
I see. Got you. Do you want to add anything else?
Maybe I wanted to say one of the solutions because I'm going.
Okay. Please go ahead. One of the solution. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about education. We can like emphasize the education of our population since child, for them to be straight, so that.
Okay. What do you mean straight? What does straight means here? To be
like
straight.
we need the qualities of a human being, like that we have to avoid corruption. We have to be how to say
honest people,
yeah.
like upright people, like Burkinabe, to be real Burkinabes, upright people.
Yeah, you have to learn about tolerance. You have to learn. Yeah, I think education is one of our weapons we have to fight against.
Nelson Mandela said it. Yeah, education is one of the most powerful weapons you can use to change the world. All right.
Yeah.
Miss Duamba, thank you so much for your in-depth analysis on the root causes of conflict and the solution also you provided. That's wonderful. All right. So, I can see that some people are raising their hand. I can see Miss. Let's go to. Who am I going to give the floor to? Yeah, Mr. Ouattara. Yes, Mr. Ouattara. Hello, Mr. Ouattara. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, now you have the floor. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing well by the grace of God.
All right, we thank the Lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm happy to hear from you.
Yeah, we're also happy to see you connected.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't know at which question I have to answer, the first one or the second one.
Yeah, the first one, the highlighted one. The
okay.
Yellow highlighted one, the root causes of conflict. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that in addition to what my different colleagues said previously, we can add the fact that currently, for me, that is my perspective, my view. I think that our culture is also one of the root causes of those conflicts.
Oh, our culture. Okay.
Yeah, our culture. You see, for some people, the fact that we have a lot of ethnic group, we have a lot of traditions, a lot of culture in Africa is like a wealthy thing for us. It is like something very important. But for me, I think that can be like sometimes a trouble in our development process. You see, and for my viewpoint, so we have like 60 ethnic group, and I think that 50 ethnic group is like a 60 way to see development, 60 ways to define what is Burkina Faso tomorrow. And this a different way to see Burkina Faso can be very difficult. That can be a big issue for us if you want to construct a union in the country.
All right.
And I think that if you see most of the political war are coming from that, I think that the case of Ivory Coast is one of the good examples in that case. The fact that we have two big ethnic groups. We have the Southern part and the Northern part who are trying to fight to get the power because everyone wants his ethnic group to be in the power. And the case of Burkina Faso, I don't know. I don't want to to fight against the Morsi group. But
okay, all right.
But I think that is sometimes it is very important to talk about that. But because it is, it is very important. I think that currently it is like a bad thing to see another ethnic group on the power in Burkina Faso.
Yeah, I agree with you. Some people have this mindset. For them, only the Morsi can be on power. They think that the country belongs to the Morsi. You see, this is really unfortunate. We need to stop that. I would say, sorry, but that bullshit mindset.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you know, even this division is also present everywhere. Even in Europe, if you take, I will take the case of Belgium. For instance, there you will see that there is three main community there who are trying to impose their community in Belgium. We have, for instance, the Francophonie, those people who are talking French. We have also those people who are talking German, and one of the parts of the communities are talking the Dutch, the language coming from Netherlands. You see, but there the conflict is not violent. It is like just institutional conflict. You will see everyone wants his or a community to be in front of the power.
Yeah, it's not violent, but institutional.
Yeah, it's not violent.
That's fair.
Yeah, that is a good thing. But in our country, you will see politicians use these differences to try to separate people and try to impose the leader in the power. So for me, that can be very a big trouble for the peace in Africa. So if it is possible, I don't know. Currently, we cannot say that we can delete or we can try to remove those ethnic groups. But I think that we can try to see, as Thomas Sankara, how to build one nation, one people, and to try to remove all these differences among us. See, to try to,
do you think we can remove the differences, but use the differences as strengths to work together, social cohesion?
Yeah, I'm not saying that it is the difference between us, but we can try to build a Burkinabe which is beyond all those differences.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see? So I think that is the best thing to do. But I'm trying to give one of the solutions. But I think that in terms of perspective, that is something that it is very important to try to implement.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. Like Mr. Yankine said here, like the majority group, sometime in a country, in every country, there is a majority group, you know. If that majority group does not allow the other groups, like ethnic group, even though they're minorities, we need to allow them to speak, to voice their opinion so that they can feel belonging to the country. If they're, I don't know, marginalized, they're broken into pieces, well, it's going to be difficult for them to feel Burkinabe, you know. Yeah, everybody needs to have some voice, something to say. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Mr. Ouattara, thank you so much. You're calling from Canada, right?
I was in Belgium, but right now I am in Ouagadougou.
Ouagadougou, all right. Okay, good. Welcome back then. Thanks for
thank you very much.
Participating. You're welcome. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we have a lady who has raised her hand. Miss Dene, you have the floor.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Thank you for giving me the floor.
You are welcome. We're happy to see you here. Connected.
Okay.
All right.
I just want to give my opinion regarding to the topic.
No problem. Please go ahead. We would like to hear.
Okay, for me, I think that the root causes of conflicts here, particularly in Burkina Faso and all around Africa, is mainly lack of education, like lack of good education.
Okay.
So for me, it's the main problem we have here in Burkina and all around Africa. Our education is not well structured, taking account our culture, our vision, our way of life. So people, it for sure there is culture, there is corruption, injustice, all of these things. It's because people don't know. People are not well educated to know where they can go to complain. So the only way they find to express their frustration is violence. Conflict. So the work we have to do is to structure our education. Like for young generation, learn to be honest, learn to not be violent, learn how to express yourself, to not frustrate other people. All these things we are not teaching it at school. It's for parents, it's for society to teach them to the youngest generation. Learn how to trust your institutions, because like we don't have strong institutions. People are there and doing their politics. That's not right. We should put we should have good quality of human beings to be able to build strong institutions, and people will trust these institutions and know that if I get this problem, where I can go to find a solution for my problem, instead of being violent, instead of aggressing other people, telling bad things around the world. I can go here and find a solution to my problem, or I can go there and find a solution to my problem. So for me, this is the main cause of conflict here in Africa. In every domain.
In every domain.
Yes.
People
are not well educated.
People are not well educated, and that education is not provided in schools, but you said at home, in our families, right?
Yes, this is at home, because at school we don't teach you how to be honest, how to be upright. Before teachers are making are teaching them how to be, but the main education we can get is in families, in the society. You can teach to your child how to be honest, how to be an upright child, how to be, and he is growing with those values he can have and to be a good man. But we are not learning this at school. It's at home. If parents are not doing their job, the society will keep going wrong, and it's all our fault.
Okay. We don't have a good education. We used to blame them, because that education should be provided by the society. Who is responsible, Miss Dene?
And the responsibility first comes to the parent.
Parent, okay.
Yes, and all the society, I think, all the society, yeah. But first to the parent. If you are not well educating your children, it's this child will be a problem to all the society, because he will go somewhere, he will work somewhere, and he will cause troubles.
Yeah.
So the first responsibility is for parents to well raise their children.
Well raise their children. All right. But somebody said here, I think it's Mr. Binao. Yeah, he said if you have a problem and you're poor, well, you end up in jail. You don't have enough money. So can we trust our institution, our current institutions?
Yes, that's why I was saying, who is working in our institutions?
Who is working?
We
are working.
Yes, it's us who are working there. If we are not correct, how do you want the institution to go correct? If you are corrupted, how do you want the institution to not be corrupted? If you are not honest, how do you want the institution to be honest?
All right.
It's you who are taking the decision. The institution is just the building now and the structure, but there is a boss and the employees and all things. Who is taking the decision?
Exactly.
Who is corrupted? Who is not upright? Who is this?
Yeah.
So it all starts in education. If you have an honest boss, an upright boss, for sure, if you are wrong, and you have to accept it. If you are right, you are right. If we put the good person to the right place, everything will go okay. The society works with structures and rules. If you do one, you go to jail. If you take somebody thing we are not your,
which is not yours, you go to jail.
So you will end to feel. You see, so there are rules now. You know, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. If you are doing this, and you go to jail, you can't complain because it's the rule and everybody knows the rules.
All right.
If you are correct, you can't end to jail.
All right.
That's okay, you know.
All right. So the right people in the right place to get strong institutions.
Yeah.
And to get that, we need good education. All right.
Sure.
We got you, Miss Dene. Thanks for your contribution.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Let me see if someone is trying to join. Okay. Yeah, I know that Mr. Cabre. Hello, Mr. Cabre. Mr. Cabre, can you hear me? Hello, your microphone is muted. Mr. Cabre? Oops. All right. Looks like he cannot hear me. So I'm going to move to Mr. Wedraugo. Hello, Mr. Wedraugo. Herman Wedraugo. Hello, Mr. Wedraugo. Hello. Can you hear me, Mr. Wedraugo? Hello. Oops. Mr. Wedraugo. All right. Looks like he's having.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Mr.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for.
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. Thanks for joining. Yeah. How are you? Are you doing well?
Yes, I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah, I am good. I am good too. Thanks. All right. So you can see the question: the root causes of conflict all over the world, particularly in Africa. We're listening to you, Mr. Wedraugo.
Thank you for the floor.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Just thank you for the floor because it's my first time to take part.
Okay, we're happy to have you. Okay.
Thank you. I would like to talk about education, but Mrs. Dene talk about it. But I want to talk about one point, particularly our political officials. Because nowadays, African leaders have all too often betrayed the people they lead because they see leadership as an opportunity to exercise autocratic power and amass wealth for themselves, their family, and cronies. This is my main point of view. And since when I want to address it,
all right,
we can create the United States of Africa.
Okay, United States of Africa.
Yes, and stop to import the end knowledge like we import the electronic tools. Because we import the end knowledge and we try to apply in our country.
Okay, like Western knowledge or foreign knowledge, but use our own knowledge, like local, national knowledge. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, and review our education, like what Ms. Dene talked about it.
All right.
Yes.
So yes, good. At the beginning, you talked about autocratic, power. So we are in a democratic system. Why are you talking about autocratic power?
Yes, or autocratic.
But we are using democracy as a political system in Africa, everywhere in Africa.
Democratic is not our system. I join the president of Russia.
Russia.
That say Russia that say democracy is not for the country like our country, African country, for example.
Okay, so what?
Yes.
And what are the reasons democracy is not for African countries? Why did he say that, and why do you believe in that?
Okay, I think that nowadays we can use this system because it's belong for those what can I say? People say those
who are full, qui sont rassasiés, or what is the word in French? What is the word in French you're looking for?
Je veux dire que généralement ce que les gens disent en termes simples, c'est pour ceux qui ont déjà bien mangé, je veux dire.
Yeah, those who have well eaten, those who are full.
Yeah. French.
Yeah,
because when we let everyone talk about what he wants, we can develop ourselves. Today we can put in place a few rules, and we can try to regulate it. Just simply.
Okay, so democracy is for those who are, satisfied, or those who are full, those who have eaten enough or have reached food self-sufficiency. It's not for poor countries. Okay.
Exactly.
And you just said to set up some rules and follow the rules. Can you give a few rules?
Perhaps the honest in our company.
Yeah, honesty in our company.
Yeah. The mutual respect.
Yeah, mutual respect.
The equality.
Yeah, equality.
About our resources.
Yeah, equal distribution of the resources, so that everyone can get something. Okay, good. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ouedraogo, for your contribution. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
You are welcome. So, Mr. Cabre, I would like Mr. Cabre and Ms. Barrow to say something. Yes, Mr. Cabre, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can hear you.
Great.
Okay, sorry, I had an internet issue.
No problem. How are you?
This is good.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, good. So we are listening to you. Please go ahead.
This is my first time to join.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
Happy to have you again. You too.
Okay, good.
Okay, the question. The first question: what are the root causes, particularly in Africa? I will talk about what happened in Burkina Faso, especially. From my opinion, that one root cause is the fact that some people are marginalized, and they felt themselves marginalized, and this is very important because if you are in the same country, it's difficult to say that okay, this part of the population will benefit from other thing, and the other part is marginalized. What criteria is put in place to marginalize the people, one part of the population? I don't see. So if you live, for example, in the Sahel, and you don't have access to finance, and you cannot develop some activities there safely, in the long term, it become frustrating. And if you have other proposition or other opportunities that can help you to feed your family and to earn money, you can be tempted to join a group, and after joining the group, you will see the real face of the group and the motivation, but it's too late. You cannot, you cannot go back, and you are in a group where you don't have any power, you don't have any decision to make, and they sometimes use it to go back in your village or in your family, and they use it to push you to do bad things. So you don't have choice, and it's basically, I think that in the Sahel and in the poor area, it can explain why some people are still joining some group.
Yeah, so
because in their mind they don't have something to lose, because the state in which they live, it's like they have a dark future, and they can be tempted to do all the things they can to try to get rich.
Yeah, I see.
And I think that if we want to deal with this problem, it's important to include each group, each people in the development process.
Yeah.
Basically, if we include people, it's the inclusion that makes diversity profitable. In my opinion.
Yeah, inclusion again. We've been singing inclusion for like many years, but it's not effective. We need to include everybody: women, men, young people, girls, all the ethnic groups all over the country. You see, yeah, that's a good. And you mentioned something that is so paramount here, like. At some point, you feel frustrated, and you join some groups like rebel or terrorist group, and you will discover that it's not really what they're fighting for, and you can't leave the group because it's too late. You can't leave the group. You can't join, get a normal life. You end up stuck somewhere in the middle, and your life is meaningless and useless. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Cabre, for pointing out that. All right, so I would like to give Ms. Barrow to say something. Ms. Barrow, are you ready to speak now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody saying, I say the same of everybody. Okay, the main causes of conflict.
Yeah, but let's go to the second question. Let's come to the second one. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think about the second one? So. Yeah.
How can each of us be an actor of peace in your communities?
Yeah. How can you be an actor of peace in your community? What can you do to be an actor of peace in your community?
If I...
What can you do to promote peace in your neighborhood, quartier, in your city, ville, in your school? You call in your family, anywhere you are,
The best education. I learn to my communities the best education.
All right, I teach my community the best education. I promote honesty. You promote honesty.
Yes.
And what?
What savoir vivre? What I can?
You said savoir.
Le savoir vivre.
Or savoir.
Apprendre.
Like savoir vivre, you can say manners.
Manage the children. Errands of me. What? How they can best.
How can they can best do what?
Do what?
Yeah, I'm asking. How can they can best? I'm asking the question.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, please go ahead.
No questions. No question. I promote the best. I manage the diable to get a best diable.
Okay. You educate children to get good behaviors, good manners. Okay. Good manners. And what is
stop line?
To stop at the traffic light. Okay. Yes, please continue.
To avoid. Fighting and.
Okay.
And, angry.
Yes, go ahead.
I promote the solidarities between the children.
Solidarity between the children. Okay. What else?
I believe that I want to stop now.
You want to stop now? No problem. Thank you for trying, Miss
Aminata.
Baro. Yeah. Thanks for trying. Yeah.
I excuse.
No problem.
But my English is not very.
No problem. You're doing good. Thank you for trying to say something. So you can be a peace actor by promoting solidarity, by educating children to get good manners and to respect, to abide by the traffic regulations. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for participating. All right, I can see that there are two people who would like to say something. I'm going to give the floor first to Miss Dene. Yes, Miss Dene.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, again.
Yes, I'm back again.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right.
I want you to add something about the first question again. I thought people will talk about it, but I didn't find someone who addressed this issue.
Okay.
So it's about hunger.
Hunger?
Yes.
Or anger? Anger or hunger?
Anger or hunger.
This is hunger?
Yes, hunger. This one, yes.
Anger, this is colère. They're different.
No.
But they're really hungry?
Yes. So this one is the real cause of conflict here in Burkina and all around Africa.
Okay.
Because all of us here know how we feel when we don't have food to eat. We become violent. We become angry against all people around us.
Yeah.
So we have bad behavior when we are hungry. So this one is a real cause of conflict. If we are not able to feed our population, hunger will not end in Burkina, will not end in Africa, because it's the main cause of conflict. We are talking about bad distribution of resources. This is resulting of hunger. People, some are eating, some are
Mange les autres regardent, ainsi You're right.
This is after education. Maybe this one come before education. Yeah, this one come before education because it's a real problem.
Yeah. Someone who is angry becomes violent. An angry man can easily become violent. You are right. You're right. I do agree with you. Miss Dene. So let's work to get food for everyone. Yeah, enough food, and share it equally, like equal sharing. That's really important. Equal distribution of all the resources, not only food. Yeah, all the resources. Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. So yeah, let me give the floor to Mr. Cabre. Mr. Cabre, you want to say something?
Yes. Okay, let's come back to the second question. How can each of us can be an actor of peace in our community? I think that we must be a part of those who take decision. Basically, we need to be a part, better target policies where it most needed. By taking into account the challenges of each region, and in addition to that, we also sensitize young people to accept some jobs, even if they think that they have a lot of qualification compared to what is on the in the market.
All right.
So, because nowadays, young people don't want to do some certain job. Why? Because I can take an example. Okay, I can say that, okay, I get a master's degree and I want a job that require a master's degree. Okay, right, it's good if you can get it. But if you don't succeed in getting it, you must also accept to do other things before finding a good job. A job that you need. It's very important because we cannot get, we don't have enough job compared to those who have a lot of diploma in the university. So that's why we need to foster and encourage entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Yes, it's very important for the development. And basically, I want to say that each person in the community must have an occupation. If you have an occupation, you don't have time to think about bad things.
If you're busy, you cannot do bad things. Yes, you're right.
Because you work, you can earn money, and you feel yourself interesting in the society. You contribute. You think, you see clearly that you are useful in the society.
Definitely.
So, and to foster it, we also need to to ease the access to credit, access to finance.
Yeah, loans.
Yes, that it can help some people to develop their own business.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
What we learn at school is important because we have another vision of the thing. We can modernize what the other traders or other entrepreneurs did before. We can do it
in a better way by innovating, in bringing innovation.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Cabre. Again, yeah. If you're busy with the job, with the project, you don't have time to get involved in conflict related activities. All right. So, guys, we have gone beyond time. Sorry that I cannot give the floor to all of you to tackle down the second part, but you have a little bit touched it in your first response to the first question. Thank you so much, guys, for attending, and I hope to see you next week, every Saturday, the same time, anywhere you can join. Thank you so much, Mr. Ouedraogo, for your encouragement, and thank you so much, Ms. Barrow, Mr. Cabre, Mr. Dinao, Ms. Dede. Thank you, Mr. Ouedraogo. Thank you all, and have a wonderful weekend. And now we can go into the noise. Along the agreement now. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.